Hello everyone and welcome to another Ranger ranking video, and in this video it is the long awaited Pink Ranger tier ranking video. I said rankings like 3 times in that one sentence, but anyway, today we are going to be ranking Pink Rangers from Kimberly to Chloe from Hyperforce. And since Chloe is the honorable mention, she's not in an official season that's been on TV, but she's in a season of Power Rangers, let's put her in A tier. Now let's put her in S tier because I can't remember the actress's name. It's slipping my mind. I know her I know her online name, Strawberry 17 I think, but she brought a lot of like charm and humor to the character, making like this fun, bubbly personality that always had something funny to say. Like whenever it was her turn during the tabletop game, she always had something interesting to say, and I really did enjoy it. Megan's her name, if I remember correctly. If I'm wrong, I will correct myself in post, but she always brought something fun to the character, and I really did enjoy her performance as Chloe in Hyperforce. And like I always say, Hyperforce Season 2 when? Alright, first up, we have Kimberly. Well, not first up. Next up, we have the OG, Kimberly Hart, Amy Jo Johnson, and she's an awesome character. She's an awesome Ranger. I know I have a lot of nostalgia diving when I put the OG in S tier, but Kimberly is a great character. I mean, she was around for so many seasons. She left on a strong arc. She wasn't written out of the show. She left on a very strong note in Mighty Morphin Season 3. She showed up in the movie with that funny laugh, and Kimberly is a character that fans want to see brought back, and I would love to see Kimberly brought back in Power Rangers. I know she's going to make some kind of appearance in the Go Busters and Japanese Dino Charge team-up that's going to be airing next year, but I'm excited to see how they bring her back. Can they bring her back for a voice role? Who knows, but Kimberly, I would love to see Kimberly back in Power Rangers in some shape or form. Kat, I want to put in S tier as well because I'm Australian, she's Australian. She did have some really good episodes in Zeo and Turbo and in Mighty Morphin, and Kat, I gotta put in S tier. Alright, let's put Cassie in A tier. I want to put Cassie higher. Like, Cassie is a cool character. I always say that. Like, she's a cool character. I did enjoy the arcs she had in space. Some of them weren't the best. Now, there is that terrible Turbo episode, Cassie's Best Friend, and that is a terrible episode of Turbo. I want to do a commentary for it sometime, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, who knows, but that was also a really, I nearly said really good episode, but that's a really bad episode, Cassie's Best Friend. But apart from that, Cassie has had some interesting moments in Power Rangers here and there, so Cassie can go in A tier. Kendricks, I want to put in S tier because she's the first Ranger to be killed off. Like, she got sent to the, I want to say, Shadow Round with quotation marks, because at the end of Lost Galaxy she's back, but she did die. She was killed in battle against Psycho Pink. She sacrificed her life to save all the other Rangers. So Kendricks, I'm going to put in S tier. Alright, Corone, I want to put in A tier because she was there as a fill-in for Kendricks' actor who had leukemia and had to leave the show for the time being. But Corone, I'll put in A tier because she had some good episodes here and there, but she was just mostly fan service. But she did have a good arc when she first joined the team, like confronting her past and stuff like that. So Corone, I'll put in A tier. Alright, Dana, I want to put in B tier because I haven't fully watched Lightspeed Rescue from start to finish. I'm slowly watching it here and there, but I haven't fully finished watching the show, so I can't judge completely. So I'll put in B tier so people don't get upset with me if I put her lower. Jen is S tier because she is like the leader of Time Force when you think about it. She's the one who calls the shots. She's the one that trained the team. She was, like I said, she was the one calling the shots, and she knew what to do. She played a big role in Shattered Grid, which made me love the character even more, which made me go back and watch Time Force again, like from start to finish. So I gotta say, Jen is probably like one of the best characters in Time Force apart from Wes, because she goes through an arc, and that arc is a fun journey to go on with the character. So Jen is S tier. Sydney, I believe her name is, she can go in C tier because she's a pretty face, but apart from that, she's very forgettable. But if I put her in C, someone's going to say, well, what about this episode? And I'm like, well, I haven't seen all of SBD yet, so I'm sorry. I'll put, what's her name? Maddie. Maddie can go in, is her name Maddie? Let me double check, because I've got them all listed. Oh, go back for a second. Yeah, no, it's not Maddie, it's Vita. Vita is her name. Maddie is her sister, I think. So Vita can go on C tier. Rose can go on C tier as well. I know I've been harsh on the Operation Overdrive Rangers because of a certain ranger that I will not name, but I'll put her in C tier just to make people happy. Okay, now we're up to Mia. Mia can also go on C tier. I mean, she was, I want to say B tier because I do remember Mia. I know that like she couldn't cook because she was sort of like the Sentai counterpart, but Mia did have an arc. She did have some good episodes, so I'll put her in B tier. But some people are going to get upset that I put her higher than other rangers, so I'll just put her in C tier. Alright, let's talk about Emma. Emma, I want to put in C. Like, she did have some interesting episodes dedicated to her, like the one in Super Mega Force where her and Jake train in the park to learn Kung Fu style from Casey, which was a really good episode because it was written by the actor who played Casey, and I think that actor wrote like a few other episodes in Mega Force and Super Mega Force, if I remember correctly. He got a few writing credits here and there, so I will put Emma in C tier. Alright, Shelby. I want to put Shelby in, I'll put her in C tier because she's in it, oh no, I'll put her in B tier. Because she did have some good arcs at the start of Dino Charge, and she had some good moments in Dino Charge as well, which I gotta admit, like, some of those moments were really good. And like I said with Tyler, she made a really good strong impression because they were the focus rangers of the very first episode of Dino Charge, so they're very memorable with what they went through in those first few episodes. And I do remember that moment in Dino Charge back in the day. So Shelby can go in B. Alright, Sara. I want to put Sara in D. I don't want to put Sara in D because someone might get upset with me if I put Sara in D. So I'll put Sara in C for now, because Sara was a cool character. She had the Marty McFly hoverboard. She was always trying to best herself with new inventions, new ideas. They didn't always go out the best way possible, but she was always an interesting character to have on screen. She did have a few dud moments here and there that made you question the writing staff and how they developed the character further, but I will put Sara in C. So let's go over the characters one by one. Chloe S, I can agree with that. Kimberly S, I can agree with that. Kat, I can put in S, I'll agree with that. Kendricks can stay in S. Jen is definitely S, like I talked about. Cassie is A. I mean, she did have a few dud episodes here and there, especially Cassie's best friend. But in space, she had a few weird and goofy moments. But apart from that, yeah, Cassie can be an A. Corone can be an A because it's still the impact of her being Astronomer in Lost Galaxy, like that whole arc she goes through in Lost Galaxy after she first joins the team. If you remember, like, she has to go through the trial of redemption, whatever it's called, where she faces herself for the sins of her past, and that's carried over in the comics, like the Psychopath and the Trials of Astronomer and stuff like that. But not Kendricks, Corone can be an A. Dana B, Shelby B. Sydney, is it Sydney? I'm looking at the thing right now. Yes, Sydney is definitely C. Vita C. Mia C. Rose C. Emma C. And Sara C. So, what do you think of these rankings? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think I messed up with how I ranked these rangers? Do you think I put them in the wrong place here and there? Because I feel like I put them in the right place by my rankings and how I experienced the character watching the show here and there. I know that I'm missing a few rangers who are not pink, but they were white and pink, like Wild Force, white and pink, or I can't remember her name. I'm blanking right now, but I know that she should be here, but she's not officially pink. She's the White Ranger. She's just got pink outlines on her costume. But if I would have that character on there, she'd be an A tier, right there. So apart from that, yeah, that's where I rank all the Pink Rangers. If you agree, you agree. If you disagree, please tell me in the comment section where I should have ranked them. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear your opinions. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys around. Peace out. Bye.